Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will tell you about how to use the VI editor for editing text files in the Linux and Unix systems. Okay, in case of Linux and Unix systems, we have to work with a lot of text files. Alright, and in the Linux and Unix systems, what happens is the system configuration information is also maintained in a lot of many different text files. So, in this context, the VI editor is a very useful feature to learn about in the Linux and Unix systems. I'll tell you why I'm saying this, people. Alright. Okay, let me start why VI is very important. Okay. And before I mention that, people, let me write a little bit here in a notepad document. Okay, the VI editor is the very first full screen editor in the Unix system. I'll write that here, people. I'll repeat this. The VI editor is the first full screen editor in Unix and is developed by Bill Joy at the University of California at Berkeley. So, VI editor was introduced in the 1970s in the Unix system, people. It has been developed by Bill Joy at the University of California at Berkeley. Now, coming to the advantages of learning about VI editor, I'll mention this, people, here. The VI editor is available in every Unix flavor and in every Linux flavor also. And the VI editor is available in all scenarios, including the system recovery scenarios, where we do not have access to many different features in the Linux and Unix systems. When we work with system recovery scenario, still in that scenario also the VI editor is available, everyone. So that is something which I wanted to highlight. So I will say that it's a very useful editor to learn about. Okay, so I'll say like this, people, here. So it is a very useful editor to learn about for everyone who needs to edit text files in Linux and Unix systems. So that's something I wanted to mention, people, before I started with the demonstration of how VI editor works. So in this session, I will demonstrate how the VI editor works, and I will mention about some of the essential features of VI that will help you in becoming comfortable working with the VI editor, and this will provide you with a good start when you need to work with the text files in the Linux and Unix systems in the real-time projects. So I will say this, people, here. Please learn about all these essential features that I will tell you about the VI editor in this session. Please learn about them very well. Try to remember and recollect all these features from your memory, and you can definitely do that with a lot of repeated practice. And once you reach there, people, once you are able to remember these VI editor features that I am demonstrating in this session, and you are comfortable working with text files in the Linux and Unix systems with the help of VI editor, that will be something which is going to be very good for you when you need to work with Linux and Unix systems in the real-time projects. All right, people. Now I'm going to just mention this here before I start with the actual demonstration for VI editor. Let me now provide you with a quick overview of the different modes of operations in the VI editor. So here are those. Okay, the different modes of operations in VI editor. So I'll write the first mode here, people. The first one is the command mode, which is the default mode. Okay, the command mode, which is the default mode. So when I say default mode, what I mean is this, people. When I open a VI editor session, that is, when we open a VI editor session, what happens is the VI editor will place itself in the command mode by default. And the command mode is useful for operations like this. It is used for operations like navigating between different lines in the file and so on. All right, people, that's the command mode. So when you open the VI editor session, the VI editor will place itself in the command mode by default. That is initially. However, we can switch to the other modes of operations. There are two more modes of operations in VI. So there are total 3 modes. The first one is the command mode, the default. Now, when I need to insert text or edit text in the file, what I need to do is I need to switch into a different mode called the input mode. So the input mode is used to perform operations like this: to insert text, remove text, edit text, etc. So there are so many operations that we can perform in the input mode. And now if I need to work with operations like this, people, to insert text, remove text, edit text, and so on, I need to tell VI editor to switch to the input mode, and I need to tell VI editor about what kind of operation I'm going to perform in the input mode, and VI editor will help us in taking care of that operation. Now, what is the third mode of operation in the VI editor? The third mode of operation is the last line mode, people. The last line mode. So the last line mode is used for actions like this. It is used for actions like session customization. I'll explain this, people, in the demonstration. So session customization can be done with the help of the last line mode. Then saving the file, then saving and also quitting from the saving and also quitting. I'm sorry, saving and also quitting from the VI editor session, etc. So there are many more operations that we can perform here in the last line mode of the VI editor. So to summarize, people, there are 3 modes of operations in the VI editor. Command mode, the default mode, meaning that whenever you open the VI editor session, the VI editor, that is the VI editor, will place itself in the command mode by default. And there are 2 more modes of operations, like the input mode and the last line mode. Now I am going to demonstrate all these 3 different modes of operations with the help of this particular document, people, that I have prepared. Okay, here I have mentioned about all the features that I'm going to demonstrate in this presentation. So let me now go to the machine, people, which I kept ready. So here is the virtual machine. Okay, I just need to unlock the screen because the screen gets locked after a timeout. I just have to click on the screen or just move the mouse up or move the mouse down so that it'll unlock the screen, people. Now I got the password prompt for unlocking the screen, so I will now go ahead and do this. So this is the virtual machine that I have created with Oracle VirtualBox earlier, where I also have installed the CentOS Stream 10 operating system. So I continue with that system, people. And in the previous presentation, I have created some contents inside my home directory. So to check what is my present working directory, I can use the pwd command, people. Okay, I'm sorry, just one moment, people. I'll ensure that this screen is having borders. I'm sorry, one moment. So I just terminated the I closed the terminal screen. Now I will open a different terminal screen. A new terminal screen I will open, people. Just a moment. Oh, I think it's matching my this screen's display resolution is matching my laptop's display resolution. That's fine. And I try to open a terminal screen. Okay, here I am not able to see the terminal icon. No problem. Let me try typing terminal here. Let's see. I should get that icon here, people. Through the search bar here, I just typed terminal and I'm able to open a terminal screen with help of this icon. All right. So, okay, this is a very small font here in the terminal screen for the text. So I will just go ahead and increase the font size for the text in the terminal screen. Now it should be okay. Yeah. Now let me check my present working directory, people. So I did close the terminal screen and open it again, people, because due to some reasons this four borders of the terminal screen was not seen earlier. So I just want to ensure that all these four borders of the terminal screen are seen, because this is going to be very important when I demonstrate VA editor. All right, people. Now I'm going to continue quickly with this check on the present working directory. Okay. Now my present working directory is /home/prem, the home directory for the user prem with whose account I am working with in this system, because I logged into the system with the prem user account. Now after checking this, in the previous presentations I have created some content, people, inside this directory. I can check that. ls-l is the command to list the contents inside a directory. So in my present working directory, if I want to see what are the files that are available in a long listing format, I can use the ls command along with the l option. I do that. And you can notice, people, I have created these two subdirectories in the previous presentation, demodir1 and the demodir2 subdirectories. I have created them in the previous presentation for the mkdir command. Now what I will do is, all the files that I am going to create for the next few demonstrations, I am going to place them in this directory, people. So let me now navigate into that directory. So between the relative path and the absolute path, I'm sorry, I'll repeat this. Between the relative path and the absolute path, it is a good idea just to use the relative path now, people, because I already have my present working directory /home/prem, where demodir1 is a subdirectory. So I can navigate into that subdirectory with the help of the cd command using the relative path like this: cd demodir1, where demodir1 is the subdirectory into which I want to navigate. I do that, people, and I have taken care of this. I have run this command cd space demodir1 and my present working directory has changed. So to verify that, the cd command, the previous cd command has worked successfully and also has taken me to the correct present working directory, I use the pwd command. All right, people. So I am here in the correct present working directory, and this is the directory where I want to create the file that I'm going to create with the help of the VI editor. And before I proceed, people, in my present working directory, that is /home/prem/demo-dir1 directory, I will check if there is a file with this name. ls command along with the L option for long listing, and I check demovi.txt. Is there a file with this name in my present working directory? Let's check. I'll run this command, and I got an error message. The error message indicates that there is no such file or directory with the name demovi.txt in my present working directory. So what I will now do is, I will use the VI editor to create this file, and when I am creating this file with the text content, people, that I want to add into this file, I'll also demonstrate the different features of the VI editor that I have listed here. Alright, let me start with this, people, here. Coming to the command prompt, I will now proceed with the first operation. I am going to type VI and then the name of the file that I want to create, and in the previous command I have used relative path. Same thing I'm going to do now also, because I want to create this file demovi.txt in my present working directory. So let's go ahead. Vi demovi.txt, and I'm trying to do this, people, with the help of the VI editor. I am going to create this file demovi.txt in my present working directory. Let me proceed. I'll press the enter key. Now you can notice, people, VI is already telling me that it's a new file that I am creating. Demovi.txt file does not exist in my present working directory, and VI editor is telling me that it is a new file that I am creating. And now I told you, people, in the introduction to VI, I told you like this, people, here. If you remember, whenever we open the VI editor session, the VI editor will place itself in the command mode. Okay, that's the default mode for VI. That is what is happening, people, in this VI editor session. So please note that I am actually typing. However, VI is not taking it. Please trust me, people, here. Please trust me that I actually typed. But then the VI editor did not take my input, because the VI editor is right now in the command mode. That is the default mode in which VI will place itself immediately on opening the VI editor session. Now, in order to insert text, insert text into this file, what I need to do is, I need to switch into the input mode. And this is important, people, that you should know. I will tell you this now. I'll just write the same thing in this document where I was mentioning about the different modes of operations in VI editor. So I'll say like this: the escape key is used to switch between the different modes of VI editor. So that is the reason, people, in this essential VI features document, I have told you about the escape key. Okay, so the escape key, okay, please forgive, people, here I just mentioned that all lowercase. However, when I write ESC here, what I mean is the escape key in the keyboard. So this one, people, the escape key, it is used to switch or toggle between the different modes of operations of the VI editor. Now, coming to the actual VI editor session, just like I mentioned earlier, people, VI editor is now in the command mode, which is the default mode for VI when opening the VI editor session. Now, in order to switch to the input mode and also to insert text, I need to tell the VI editor about that. So that is what I am doing here, people, with the very first operation that I mentioned here below, adding, removing, editing text with VI. So now escape key will help in switching to the input mode. However, with escape I, what I am doing is I am telling the VI editor that I am going to switch into the, or I'll rather say this, I want to switch to the input mode for inserting text. So escape key will help in switching the mode. With escape I, the VI editor will switch into the input mode for inserting text. So that is what I'm going to do, people, here, because escape I can be used to insert text before the current cursor position. So let me do that. Press the escape key and then I. Now you can notice, people, VI is highlighting that it is in the input insert mode now. So it is actually in the input mode where I am allowed to insert text into this file. Okay, let me type the text now. Now look at this, people. The text is taken. VI is taking all my input that I am typing from the keyboard, and that is because VI editor is now operating in the input mode for inserting text. I can go on, people. I can go on typing as much as I want. Yeah, let me go ahead. I'll type some lines of text. Okay. Now that I'm in the input mode, let me type some text. And now what I'm going to do, people, here is this. Okay, let me now type line 9 and line 10. Okay. I can go on, people. I can go on. So now I will also intentionally introduce some typographical errors. Okay, like this. So while typing, I did not notice that I have typed too many E for English here. All right. So now I have some introduced. I am introducing some typographical errors so that I can demonstrate later how to fix these typographical errors with the help of VI. So now I'll say like this, people, here. So here the typographical error is T for Tango is there instead of E for English. Okay, then and I have missed one alphabetical character here. E for English is missing before this numeric 1. All right, people. So just introduce some typographical errors to demonstrate the features of VI that can help in fixing these kind of typographical errors. All right, people. Now I'm going to continue with the next operation in VI. Okay, now let's see, people, here. Okay, let's imagine like this, people, that I forgot to insert a header line or 2 header lines in this file. Now what I need to do is I need to switch into the command mode, people, because I need to navigate to a different line. Now what I want to do is I want to go to the very first line and open a blank line above the first line and add some header lines. Okay, so that is what I want to do. Now how can I do that in VI? So these are the operations that I can perform, people, in VI. Escape lowercase o can be used to open a blank line next to the current line in which text can be inserted. So this is to indicate to VI that I want to go to the input mode for opening a new line, a blank line, where I will insert text. Okay, and VI will take care of that. Now escape capital case O or uppercase O can be used to open a blank line above the current line in which text can be inserted. Now let's try that, people. Okay, now I come to the VI editor session now, and now I'm in the input mode. However, I need to now go to the very first line, right? Now I will press the escape key, people. Now VI editor has placed itself in the command mode again. Now in the command mode, I can use the up arrow key to go to a different line like this, I can go to the previous line like this. I can go to the character on the left hand side with the left arrow character. With the right arrow character, I can go to the character on the right hand side. The down arrow can be used to go to the next line and so on. Now what I need to do is I need to go to the very first line, and I will press the escape key followed by capital case or uppercase O, because that will help me in switching to the input mode for opening a new line above the current line where I can insert text. So escape key followed by capital O. And one important thing, people, whenever I said here the escape key followed by alphabetical character, it is not a simultaneous operation, people. It is a sequential operation. I need to press the escape key, release it, then I need to press this alphabetical character. Okay, so let's do that. Now I will I already have taken care of that, people. I placed myself here in this line, which was the first line earlier, this line, and then I have pressed escape key followed by capital O. Now you can notice that VA is telling that it is again in the input mode for inserting text. Now this time I am adding some header line. So I just have opened a blank line above the current line, which was earlier the current line, and in that line I am going to add text now. So this is a header line, and I can go on like this. Now, what about opening a blank line next to the current line and insert text? It is like this, people. Okay, so yeah, for example, I'll just take this. So I'll just tell you here, to open a blank line next to the current line and also to insert text into that line, I can just use escape key followed by lowercase o. Let's do that. I'll come down. Now I switch to the command mode by pressing the escape key. Use the down arrow. Now I just want to add two more lines. Let's say line 7D and line 7E should be the text in that. So for that I can do this, people. I have placed the cursor here in this line. I press the escape key followed by lowercase o. Now I have opened a blank line next to the current line where I can insert text. I can go on like this. According to my requirements, I can insert text like this, people, in the new line that I opened after the current line using this escape lowercase o. Right. So now I need to resolve those typographical errors, people, and this is where I'm going to demonstrate all these features that I'm highlighting. Starting with this, people, escape X can be used to delete a single character at the current cursor position. Let's do that. Now I do have some typographical errors. Now I will use the escape key to switch to the command mode. Use the down arrow key to come to this line where I have a lot of alphabetical character E, that is E for English. Now I want to resolve this, people. How can I delete one single character? For that I can use escape X. Deleting one single character at the current cursor position can be done with escape X. However, there are too many characters that I need to remove from the left to the right, people. So for that I can use this syntax that I mentioned here, escape NX, where n is a number, can be used to delete n characters from the current cursor position. Let's go ahead. Now I press the escape key. I actually type 15, then X. So 15 characters have been removed from the left to the right. Now let's continue, people, because there are still some more characters to be removed. So I will do this, escape 25 X. Okay, still so many additional characters are there. Let me now try escape 15X. Okay, now I just have 9 additional characters, people. So I will use escape 9X. So like that also I can use the feature in VI to delete multiple characters. Alright, people. Now coming to the next one. Okay, how about this one? The next one is to replace this character, which is T for Tango, I want to replace this with E for English. So how I do that? So that is what I have mentioned in this document here, people. Yes. Now what I need to do is I need to use escape R to replace a character at the current cursor position. For this, I need to place the cursor on the character that has to be replaced, then press escape R and then type the new character. That is what I am going to exactly do now, people, to replace this T for Tango with E for English. So I already have placed the cursor on the alphabetical character T. Now I will use escape followed by R. Now type the character that has to replace this character. So E for English. That's it. This resolves the typographical error that I had here. Now in the next one, people, before the numeric 1, I need to have a E for English, which is missing in this line. So to take care of this typographical error, what I can do is I can just use the very first operation that I demonstrated, people, in this VA editor session to insert text, this one. So escape I can be used to insert text before the current cursor position. Let's go ahead, people. Escape I. Now VA editor has switched to the input mode for inserting text, and I can type E for English now. I can go on typing, people. However, I just needed to add one character before the current cursor position. So I am done with this resolution of the typographical error that I introduced earlier. Now the next feature is this, people. So I have so many lines in the file, in the text file demo vi.txt that I am creating. And now how can I add characters at the end of the line? Escape capital A or uppercase A can be used to add characters at the end of the line. Let's go ahead. So I'll just navigate like this, people. Escape key I have used to switch to the command mode. Now I will come to this line, line 5, the line with the text, line 5. So what I'm going to do is this, people. Escape capital A. Okay. And in this line, I can now add text at the end of the line, because this line was just having the text, line 5, and the cursor can be anywhere, people. Okay, so the cursor can be anywhere in the line. I use the escape key followed by capital A, and I can now insert text at the end of the line. So line 5 is updated now. Line 5 is updated again. Line 5 is updated once again. Okay, I will tell the reason, people, why I have the pattern line 5 multiple times. I am doing it with a purpose for a later demonstration. Okay, so alright, people, I just have ensured that this pattern line 5 is appearing multiple times in this line. Alright, so that is what about the escape capital A that can be used to insert characters at the end of the line. Now escape U can be used to undo or reverse the last operation, people. Okay, escape U can be used to undo the last operation, and I'll repeat this, people. I will demonstrate escape U a little bit later. And now coming to the next operation, people. See, in any editor solution, we need to have these features. Cut paste operation should be supported, and also copy paste operation should also be supported. So now let's look at this, people. How to delete line. Okay, anyway, the cut operation is a delete operation followed by paste. Okay, so that is the reason I'll tell you about the delete operation first, people, about the lines. Okay, now escape DD. Just press the escape key, then press D for delta 2 times. This will delete the current line where the cursor is placed. Let's check, people. So now let's say I want to delete this line, people. Line 7 A, the line with the text, line 7A, I want to delete that. How can I do that, people? I just need to place the cursor on that line, which I have done. And now I can press escape D T. Done. And that line is deleted. If I want to paste it elsewhere, I can do that, people. Okay. And for that, there are two different possibilities when I paste the deleted line or the copied line, because paste operation can be done immediately after a delete operation or a copy operation. So now I have deleted a line. I just have deleted a line, and in order to make it a cut paste operation, I need to follow the delete with a paste operation. So how can I paste, people? I'm going to tell you that. Escape lowercase p can be used to paste the deleted or copied line or lines next to the current line. If I want to paste the deleted or copied line or lines above the current line, I need to use escape capital case P. Let's go ahead, people. I will now paste that line that I deleted somewhere else, like this. See, now let's say I want to I navigated to this line with the text line 10. I want to paste that line that I deleted earlier, the single line that I deleted earlier. I want to paste it next to this current line. I'll use escape lowercase p. You can notice that, people, that line has been pasted, this line. And if I wanted to, okay, now let's say I navigated here and I want to paste that deleted line above this current line. I can use escape followed by capital case or uppercase P. So that is the cut paste operation for a single line, people. However, I can also cut and paste for multiple lines like this, like I have mentioned here. In order to delete multiple lines, I can use this syntax in VI. Escape NDD, where n is a number, can be used to delete n lines, including the current line. Let's do that, people. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to delete these 4 lines, line 7b, line 7c, line 7d, line 7e. These 4 lines that contain this text, I'm going to delete all 4 of them. For that, I can follow this approach, people, in VI. Just place the cursor in the first line from where lines need to be deleted. Then press escape NDD, where n is a number that can be used to delete n lines, including the current line. So let's do that. Now I have placed the cursor in the first line among those 4 lines that I want to delete. Now I use escape followed by 4 D D. That's it. 4 lines have been deleted by VI. Please remember this, people. Immediately after the deletion, if I paste those deleted line or lines into a different portion of the file, that becomes cut and paste operation. However, if after deleting the line or lines, I do not perform a paste operation and I perform some other editing operation in VI, then those lines that are deleted are permanently removed from the file. So anyway, now I am going to demonstrate pasting those 4 lines that I am going to use for demonstrating cut and paste. Okay, so now I want to paste those 4 lines next to this current line with the text line 14, people. I have navigated to this line. Now let me paste those 4 lines that I deleted earlier. I will paste them next to this current line. I'll use escape lowercase p. And to paste above the current line, I can use this, people, here. Okay, let's say I want to paste above this line with the text line 16. What I'll do is I'll use escape capital case or uppercase P. So those 4 lines have been pasted just above the line with the text line 16. So essentially what I have done is whatever, I'm sorry, people, I'll repeat this. Essentially whatever I have done is what I have listed here. So I have just done these kind of operations. Sorry. Cut and paste till now. Now I am going to demonstrate the copy paste operation. So the copy paste operation is like this, people. In order to copy a single line where I have the cursor, I need to use escape YY. Escape YY can be used to copy the current line. The reason why it is YY for this command is the VI editor refers to the copy operation with the term yanking. Okay, so that is the reason. Now coming to this, people, here, let me demonstrate escape YY first, and then I'll demonstrate this one, the next one, to copy multiple lines. Okay, just to sorry, I'll repeat this, people. In order to copy the current line only, I'll do this escape YY. Let's do that. Now I go to the line with the text like this, people, line 5, the line that is starting with the text line 5. I'll go to that line and I will now do this. I'll use escape YY. Now, since I copied only one line, the VI editor is not telling me anything about that. However, the line has been now copied, people, and now I will use the paste operation, just like how I did the paste after the cut operation or the delete operation. I can do the same thing. So escape lowercase p can be used to paste the copied line or lines next to the current line. And if I want to paste above the current line, I can use escape capital case P. Let's go ahead. Now I will do this, people, here. After this line with the text line 8, I want to paste that line that I have copied earlier. For that, I will use escape lowercase p. So the line has been pasted next to the current line, which was line 8 at that time when I used escape lowercase p. Now if I want to paste above the current line, I do this, people. Just go to the line above which I want to paste this line. So now I'll say, yeah, I am here in this line. So I will use escape capital case P, and that line has been pasted above the current line. The line that I copied earlier has now been pasted above the current line. Now, how about copying multiple lines? Quite simple. Let's go ahead. Right, here it is. Escape NYY, where n is a number, can be used to copy n lines, including the current line. So let's do that. Now I will come to this line again, people. Escape key, then up arrow, and I have come to this line. Now let's say I want to copy from, okay, this line onwards, people. Any range I can take. Okay, let's say, okay, from this line, the line with the text line 3 onwards, from this line onwards, I want to copy up to this line, and these are total 5 lines. So in this case, what I will do is I will just place the cursor in the first line, the line with the text line 3. Now I will use escape 5 YY. Now you can notice, people, since I copied multiple lines, when I copy multiple lines, what VI editor does is it tells me how many lines I have copied. Now VI editor is saying that 5 lines yanked. So I told you earlier, right, people, that VI editor refers to the copy operation with the term yanking. Okay, now 5 lines yanked means that is VI's way of telling us that 5 lines have been copied. The current line and the next 4 lines have been copied. Now I can paste how much ever I want. Okay, so similar paste operation like what I did for the cut paste, people. So now I want to paste next to this line, the last line. I'll use escape lowercase p. So those 5 lines that I copied, they are now pasted next to the line, line 16. So those lines are pasted already. All right, people, and I can do this multiple times. The paste operation, I can do it multiple times. Like for example, I want to now paste above this line. All those 5 lines that I copied earlier, I want to paste above this current line. I'll use escape key followed by capital case P. I can go on, people. I can go on like this. Okay, how many times I want, I can just go on. Like paste next to this line, escape lowercase p, and paste above this line, escape capital case P. Like this, I can go on as much as I want. Like paste operation can be done multiple times. I just ensured that there are a lot of lines in the file. Okay, I just was ensuring that there are a lot of lines I created in this file. All right, people. So now with the paste operation after the copy, that is after a copy and paste operation, it has become a lot of lines because I copied 5 lines and pasted them in many different sections of this text file. And now coming to the next one, people, here the next feature that I'm going to demonstrate is this. Now if you notice, people, in this file I have plenty of text, so I navigated to some specific line. Now this is the 38th line in the VA editor. In the VA editor session, we can see I am now working with the 38th line and the first character position. However, now let me say I want to immediately go to the last line in this file, people. I want to immediately navigate to the last line in this file. So how can I do that? That is what I mentioned here. Navigating to different lines in a file. Escape capital G can be used to go to the last line in the file. Let's try that, people. I press the escape key. Now I use capital G. Immediately I have navigated to the last line in the file. So this happens to be the 64th line in this demonstration. In this file, I am now working with the last line. That happens to be the 64th line in this file. Now, can I go? I'm sorry, I'll repeat this, people. Can I navigate to a specific line? Let's check. That is what I told next. Escape N followed by capital G, where N is a number, can be used to go to the nth line in the file. Okay, let's go ahead, people, with this. So I use escape key. Now let's say 24 capital G. All right, I navigated immediately to the 24th line. So now in the modern versions of VA editor, people, you will see this indication that I am working with the 24th line and I am at the first character position. This is in the modern versions of the VA editor. In case you work with a old version of Unix or Linux system where you are not seeing this kind of indication from the VA editor that you are working with this specific line, in that case session customization becomes extremely useful, people, where we can ask the VA editor to perform a session customization where it will display the line number for every line. Okay, so that is what I am going to demonstrate next. So session customization, and remember, people, I told you earlier that for session customization the last line mode of VI is used. Now in the VI editor session, whenever you need to go to the last line mode of VI, you need to press the escape key followed by colon. So that is what I told here, people. So I told here for the session customization, I started with this. Press the escape key followed by colon, and when you see a colon character in the last line, this is indicating that the colon character in the last line indicates that you are working with the last line mode of VI. In the last line mode of VI, I can perform these actions, people. That is, I can execute these commands that I mentioned in order to perform certain session customizations. Now I am going to demonstrate all this one by one, people. Let's start with the SENU. Okay, now the requirement is this. I want to see the line numbers before every line, and for that I am going to do this, people. I am going to use the last line mode for session customization purpose. Now let's go ahead. Escape key followed by colon. Now when you see the colon character in the last line, that is the VI editor's way of telling you that you are working with the last line mode of the VI editor. So here I can run the command like this, people. Set number. That is the complete command that I can specify. However, for our convenience, the VI editor provides a short form like this. SENU. That is what I mentioned in the document here, people. SENU is a short form for the actual command, that is set space number. Anyway, now coming to this here, I will go ahead and press the enter key, people. So in the last line mode, I have typed this command SENU. Now when I press the enter key, the VI editor will run this command when I press this enter key. I'm done with that, people, now. So when I press the enter key, you can notice that the VI editor has now displayed a line number before every line. And with this, I can visually confirm that I am working with the 24th line now. And this is very useful in a scenario where you need to work with a old version of the VI editor in a old version of Unix or Linux system. Alright, people. So I can now say this here. Yeah, let me also mention one important note, people, here. These line numbers that are displayed, they are only for display. They are not a portion of the text in the file. They are not part of the text in this file. These line numbers displayed by VI editor, they are only for display. Alright, people. Now, in the last line mode, we can also use it to navigate to a specific line. So if you remember, people, I have used this syntax to navigate to a specific line. However, in the VI editor, there is an alternative solution also to go to a specific line. The last line mode can also be used for this purpose to navigate to a specific line. We can use whichever we prefer, people. So now I am going to do this, demonstrate this. So here it is. Now in the last line mode, that is when I press the escape key and the colon character, when I see the colon character, I can type 10 and this will take me to the 10th line in the file. Okay, let's just check this in a demonstration. I press the escape key, people, press the colon. Now I see the colon character in the last line, indicating that I am now working with the last line mode of the VI editor, and I can specify any number. When I specify 10, I go to the 10th line. You can notice that. And when I use last line mode command like this, escape colon, and in the last line mode I type 1, I'll navigate to the very first line in this file, people, like this. Okay, so I just need to press the enter key. After typing the number, I need to press the enter key, and then I have gone to the first line. Now for one more example, I use escape colon, let's say 34, and I press the enter key, people. Now I'll navigate to the 34th line. Now in the last line mode also, we can specify that we want to navigate to the last line in the file. For that, I can do this, people. Escape key followed by colon, and then just press just type dollar. In the last line mode, type dollar and press the enter key. This will take me immediately to the last line in the file. Please have a look at this. I press the enter key and I navigated immediately to the last line in this file. Alright, people, so that's a bit about the session customization. And before I complete this topic, I'll also tell you about how to set the line number display off. So I turned the line number display on with the help of this last line mode command, SENU, and to reverse it, and in order to reverse it, I can use the last line mode command, SENU. Let's go ahead, people. Escape colon SENU. Now VI editor will return to the default mode where it does not display any line number before any of the lines in the file. Okay, let's go ahead. I'll run this command, people, by pressing the enter key. Now you can notice that the line number display has gone. Alright, people, so in the last line mode, there is one more very useful operation that we can perform. That is what I have mentioned here, people, in the next one. Very useful whenever you work with text files where the tab character may be used as a field separator. And remember, people, the characters like the tab character and the new line character in a text file, these are non-printable characters. Okay, now in the VA editor, we cannot see these non-printable characters by default, people. The non-printable characters like the tab character and the new line character, that is the new line character is the character at the end of the line. Every line will end with a new line character or the end of the line character. Even that character is also a non-printable character and also cannot be seen in the VI editor session by default. To demonstrate, let me do this, people. I am in the last line. I'll use escape O. I opened a blank line next to the current line. I just had used escape lowercase o to open a blank line after the last line, people, and I'm editing now. I just left one blank line. Now I'll go ahead and type a tab character follows. I am now pressing the tab key, people. Okay, I just have pressed the tab key, and you can notice that the tab character cannot be seen. Now I'm going to continue. A tab character follows, and at the end of every line there is a new line character, also called as the end of the line character. I press the enter key, people. So that is what I have now. Now here, after the word follows, I do have a tab character here in this question, people. Between follows and the word and, between these two words, I do have a tab character. However, the tab character and the end of the line character or the new line character, these are non-printable characters. So in the VI editor session, we cannot see them. However, now this poses a challenge, people. Now I cannot really tell here in this highlighted portion before the word and, in this single character that I am highlighting, I am saying that there is a tab. However, I am not able to visually distinguish the tab from the blank space that I have here before the word follows and after the word and. I do have single blank space character. Now I am not able to differentiate the tab character and those blank space characters. And this is where the last line mode command, the set list command, becomes useful. Let's check, people. I'm going to do that. See, now I have the last line mode command, set list, that can be used for this purpose. This last line mode command, set list, can be used to see the non-printable characters like the tab and the new line characters. Let's verify. We come to the VI editor session. Now I do this, people, here, escape colon, and this is a last line mode command, and when I see the colon character in the last line, I type set list. Now I press the enter key, people. Now you'll see a difference in the VI editor session. Please have a careful look, people. Now, yeah, this portion is looking different now. Earlier, nothing was displayed there in that highlighted portion. Now, with the set list command, the last line mode command of set list executed, with that done, a caret symbol followed by capital I is indicating that there is a single tab character. The caret symbol followed by capital I indicates that there is one single tab character here. And at the end of the line also, you can see a difference, people, now, that there is a dollar symbol that you can see at the end of every line. That is indicating the new line character or the end of the line character that is available at the end of every line. So even a blank line is having one character, people, and that's the end of the line character or the new line character. All right, people. So that's something which I wanted to mention. Now, let me say I'm done with the checks that I wanted to do. I'm sorry, people. I'll repeat this. Let me say I'm done with viewing the tab character and the end of the line character. Now I want to go back to the default mode of VI, where VI editor will not display these non-printable characters with these kind of special notations. Okay, so how I take care of that, people? Simple. Now I need to run the set no list command. So with the set list command, I'm seeing the result already. The tab character and the new line character are indicated with some special notations like this. The tab character is indicated with a caret symbol followed by capital I. This indicates one single tab character, and the dollar symbol at the end of every line indicates the new line character. Now I want to go back to the default mode of VI, where VI editor will not display these non-printable characters. For that, I just need to do this, people. Escape : run the last line mode command, set no list, and I will now return the VI editor to the default mode, where it does not display the non-printable characters like tab and the end of the line character. Let me now run this command, people, and it is taken care of. Perfect. Now I have mentioned a little bit about the session customization that we can do in the VI editor, and all this we have done with the help of the last line mode of VI. All right, people. Now coming to the next one in the demonstration, finding text. Okay. Now how to find a text? Because in a text file where there are a lot of lines, many times what we need to do is we need to search for a specific pattern in the text, people, in all the text in that file. So for that, we can use this kind of specification, people, these actions that I'm going to mention now. So the example here, for this example, I am going to search for the pattern line 5. Okay, let's do that. Now I will come to the VI editor session, escape / now I specify the text or the pattern that I want to search, that is line 5. So it's like this, people. I press the escape key, then / I'll repeat, people, I'm sorry. Okay, now I press the escape key, then a / when I see the / character in the last line, I need to type the pattern or the text that I'm searching for. So in this example, I'm going to search for the text line 5. I specified the text, people, the pattern that I'm searching for, and I press the enter key. Now you can notice, people, VI was trying to search in the forward direction. It was trying to go to the next match. Because I was already in the last line, the search has hit the bottom, the search has continued at the top. I am in the first match for the pattern line 5. Now in this file for the pattern line 5, I am now in the first match. Now I can continue the search in the forward direction or the backward direction, people. For that I can use this. Just press N to continue the search in the forward direction. Let's go ahead, people. Press N. When I press N, you can notice that the search is continuing in the forward direction. That is, I am going to the next match. See, I press N and I am taken to the next match. Now what is the operation I need to perform if I want to go to the previous match? That is, search in the backward direction. I just need to use capital N, people. Okay, capital N will take me to the previous match. It's quite simple. All right, now coming to the next one, people. Here, now many times in the VI editor session, okay, I also have written that, people, capital N will help you in going for search in the backward direction. That is, you will go to the previous match. Now, many times we also have to find and replace text also, people, in different editor solutions, and VI editor also supports this finding and replacing text. Let's check that. Now, let's say I have a requirement, people. In this file, all the pattern line 5, this text line 5 in all lowercase, it has to be replaced. It has to be replaced with capital case line 5. Okay, that's the requirement. Now, how can I take care of that, people? I have mentioned the command for that particular purpose, and we can just use the pattern that we are searching for in this portion of line 5. You can just change it according to the requirements. Okay, this is just an example where I demonstrate how to search for this pattern line 5 in all lowercase and also replace it with the line with the text line 5 in all uppercase. Let's do that, people. This is the command to use, and again this is something that we will do from the last line mode of VI. So I need to start by pressing the escape key and the colon character. Okay, let's do that. Press the escape key and then colon. Now in the last line mode of VI, I am typing this command, people, %s. I am telling VI that I'm telling VI that I'm telling the VI editor that I'm going to search and replace. %s followed by the pattern that I'm searching for within a pair of / characters. Line 5 is the pattern that I am searching for. Now I want to replace this with line 5 in all uppercase. Now this is what I mentioned first, people, in the document here, and please remember this. This is the command I already have typed in the last line mode of VI. I have not yet pressed the enter key to run this command. Before running the command, I'll explain this, people. So this command in the last line mode of VI will replace only the first occurrence of the pattern line 5 with capital case line 5 in the different lines. The second and subsequent occurrences of this pattern line 5 in the different lines will not be replaced with the pattern line 5. So please be aware of that, people. Now I press the enter key to run this command and we'll see the result. See, in every line where the pattern line 5 was found in all lowercase, only the first occurrence has been replaced. The second and subsequent occurrences are not replaced. So now my requirement is global. Let's say, people, my requirement is to replace the pattern in a global fashion or a global manner. Now I need to undo the last operation. Okay, how I do that? I can use escape U. Okay, and this is what I told you earlier, people. I'll demonstrate undo in VI later. That is what I did now. Okay, I just did escape U. I pressed escape U, and the pattern search and replace that I did earlier, it has been reversed or undone. And for undo, I have used this, people. Escape U. Escape U can be used to undo the last operation. That is what I have done, people. Now I am going to continue with the pattern search and replace, however, this time in a global manner. And if I want the pattern search to be done, I'll repeat this, people. If I want the pattern search and replace to be done in a global manner, I can use the G switch, people, here. That is the global switch for this command. Let's do that. With this command that I am highlighting with the global switch, this pattern search and replace operation will work like this, people. This will replace each and every occurrence of lowercase line 5 with uppercase or capital case line 5. Let's do that. Escape key, colon, %s, / line 5 that I want to search, and now specify the pattern that I am going to use as the replacement text. line 5 in all uppercase is going to replace line 5 in all lowercase in a global fashion or a global approach. Let's run this command, people. And now you can notice that each and every occurrence of the pattern line 5 in all lowercase has been replaced with the pattern line 5 in all uppercase or all capital case. Even the second and subsequent occurrences are also taken care of, right? So that is the power of the global switch with that previous command that I was using. Alright, people, so I have done a lot of editing operations in VI, and please remember, people, this is going to help you in learning about these VI editor essentials. However, VI editor has lot more features, people, than what I am demonstrating. What I will suggest is, please become comfortable with whatever VI editor features I have demonstrated. This will help you in providing you with a great start. This will help you, I'll repeat this, people. This VI editor demonstration that I am providing, if you become comfortable with all these features, you will have a great start with the VI editor. And when you work with VI editor in the real-time projects, you will learn much more about VI. Okay, so this demonstration is done with the objective of providing you with a great foundation to start with VI editor. Alright, people. Now, however, I'll also say this, people, with all these essential VI editor features that I have demonstrated, you will be able to work comfortably with the VI editor in the real-time projects. Now, coming to this, the next steps, because we are about to conclude this demonstration for the VI editor, and before that, I am going to also tell you about these features, people, because till now, I have added a lot of lines of text in this file. However, till this moment, I have not yet saved all these changes in the hard disk, people. The contents of this file, they are not yet saved in the hard disk permanently. Okay, how to take care of that? Let's look at that. Now, yeah, saving and exiting out of the VI editor session. Again, all these operations that we are going to perform now, people, we are going to use the last line mode. So for that, I need to press the escape key followed by colon, and I will see a colon character in the last line, which is an indication from the VI editor that I will be working with the last line mode. Okay, let's now check this. Okay, escape key followed by colon. I am in the last line mode of VI editor because I am seeing the colon character in the last line. Now let's go ahead, people, and check this. Now the W command I can use from the last line mode to save the file. However, I will still remain in the VI editor session. And this is exactly like how I will use Control S in the Notepad software in Microsoft Windows. It's exactly like that, people. So let's now go ahead and I will do this. Now I type the W command in the last line mode of VI. I press the enter key. Please have a careful look at this, people. VI editor will respond with a message the moment I press the enter key. See, VI editor is now saying that demo vi.txt has been saved permanently in the hard disk. It is a new file that I created. It has total of 67 lines and these many bytes. 1246 bytes. That is the total number of characters in this file, people, because every character takes 1 byte. So I have total of 1246 characters in this file. And in fact, the end of the line character or the new line character is also counted as 1 character for every line. Okay, so please be aware of that, people. Now, with the W command, I was able to do this, like what I mentioned here in this document. The W command has been used to save the file. However, I still remain in the VI editor session. Now let me say, I want to save the text in the file, people, and also I want to quit out of the VI editor. That is, I want to exit out of the VI editor also, so that I can return to the operating system command prompt. Okay, for that I need to use this command WQ. W for write, that is save the changes, and then Q for quit from the VI editor session and return to the operating system command prompt. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do this, people, now. Escape colon W Q, right, and quit. So all the changes that I have done in this file, they are going to be saved, and I'll also quit outside of the VI editor, and I'll return to the operating system command prompt. Let's check. I press the enter key, people. Now after typing the WQ command in the last line mode of VI. Please have a careful look, people. Now I will save the changes in this file, and also I'll return to the operating system command prompt. I've done the operation. I press the enter key there. That's it. Now I have saved all the changes in that file with the name demo.vi.txt, and I also have returned to the operating system command prompt. Now let's verify, people, if this file has been created. ls-l demo.vi.txt, the same command that I was using earlier, that returned with the error message like this: no such file or directory with the name demo.vi.txt. That command will now report that the file demo.vi.txt is existing in this directory, along with the long listing, that is along with the details about that file. Let's check, people. Yeah, we can notice that the file with the name demo.vi.txt is existing now. Its size is 1246 bytes because it has 1246 characters. Alright, people, please do not worry about the other fields in the ls command along with the L option, people. I'm going to tell you about all that in a later presentation, where I will tell you about the ls command in detail. Alright, people, now I just have few more demonstrations before I conclude with the VI editor, and it's like this. Now the Q command in the last line mode. Let me now demonstrate that, people. I'll go ahead. Now I will open the file demo.vi.txt with the help of VI editor. VI demo.vi.txt. Now, since the file demo.vi.txt is already existing, I'll be able to see the complete contents of the file. That is the reason, people, VI is the first full screen editor. VI editor is the first full screen editor in Unix, where it will display the complete contents of a text file. And before VI editor was introduced in the Unix system, they were using something called as line editor, which is very difficult to use because it only helps in working with text files line by line. However, VI being a full screen editor and the first full screen editor in Unix, it will display the complete contents of a text file, and we can also make changes in that file according to our requirements. Alright, people, now I go ahead, run this command from the operating system command prompt, vi demo.vi.txt. Now I will see a VI editor session where I will see the complete contents of the file demo.vi.txt. Now I press the enter key, people, and that's going to happen. Alright, now I see the complete content of this file. Now, after opening the file like this, people, and I see the content of the file, now I realize that I have opened this file demo.vi.txt in error by mistake. I do not intend to make changes in this file. I have opened this file by my mistake. Now, the moment I realize this, people, and since I have not done any changes, I can do this, people. I can use the Q command from the last line mode to quit without saving any changes. It will work now because I have not done any changes. Let's check. Right. I use escape Q. Now the moment I press the enter key, the VI editor will terminate, people, and I will return to the operating system command prompt. With the Q command, I am telling the VI editor that, I'll repeat this, people, I'm sorry. With the Q command, I am telling the VI editor that I want to quit without saving changes. So this time I did not do any changes, so VI will not have any problem with that. Let's go ahead. I'll press the enter key. Done. However, sometimes what happens, people, I might open a file by mistake, a wrong file by mistake. I also started doing some changes. When I try to use this Q command to quit without saving those changes, it will not work because VI will suspect that I will lose some important changes. So, in that case, I need to force the VI editor. I need to force the VI editor to quit without saving the changes in a forceful manner. Let's check, people. I'll do that now. I'll come to the command prompt here. Now I type vi demo.vi.txt once again to open this file. Okay, I opened the file and I started making some changes also, people. Something like this I have done. Now I realize, oh no, oh my god, I have opened this file by mistake where I should not do any changes. Okay, how can I take care of this? Remember, people, I already have started doing some changes. So let me try this, escape colon. Let me now try the Q command. Press the enter key. VI is refusing to take care of this. The reason is VI is suspecting that, the VI editor is suspecting that I may lose some important changes. That is what it is saying, people, in this message. I have not saved the changes. No write since last change. However, if you are sure that you want to override this warning and forcefully quit without saving these changes, add the exclamation symbol, the factorial symbol with the command, the Q command. Let's try that, people. Escape colon Q exclamation. This time it will work. It will work and I will be able to quit without saving the changes. Let's try, people. I press the enter key now with the Q exclamation command, and VI has now allowed me to quit without saving the changes that I have done. Now I will tell you about this more command later on, people. However, just to check and verify that I was able to quit without saving the changes in the previous activity, just to check and verify that, let's use the more command, more demo.vi.txt. The more command is used to see or view the content in a text file page by page. Now I press the enter key, people, and when I see the content, you can now notice that the changes that I have done earlier, I just have ignored that. I have asked VI editor to quit forcefully without saving those changes, and I have just verified the same. Now I can use the Q. I just pressed Q to terminate the more command. Please do not worry about the more command, people. I'll tell you about the more command in a later presentation. Alright, now one more feature that I will demonstrate before I conclude this section, this session on VI, this demonstration on VI. This is the command, people, in the last line mode. WQ exclamation. Write and quit forcefully. That is what I described here, people. This last line mode command, WQ exclamation, can be used to forcefully write and quit with saving the changes. Okay, right. Now let's go ahead and what is the scenario this is going to be useful? In which scenario this is going to be useful? It's like this, people. Let me now do this. According to the file permissions for this file, okay, ls-l demo.vi.txt, this command I am using to look at the file permissions for this file. Now you can notice, people, the user who owns this file is the user with the name Prem, with whose account I am working with at this moment. And for this user owner, read-write permissions are assigned by default. So please do not worry about the file access permissions. I will tell you about the file access permissions in a different presentation, people, in the Linux system administration topics. However, for now, I'm going to make this file read only for every user of the system. How to do that? For that, I can use this command, people, chmod 444 demo vi.txt. So earlier, as the user owner frame, I was able to read the content of the file. I was able to write into the file because I have the write permission. I can also make changes in this file's content. However, now I'm making it read only, people. Okay, I'm just making it read only. According to file access permissions, ls-l demo vi.txt. When I look at the long listing for this file, again, you can notice that according to the file access permissions for this file, the file is read only for every user in this system. Now, is it possible to make changes in this file? Yes, I can do that with the system administrator account, people, or if I have the sudo privileges. Please do not worry about that sudo privileges. I will demonstrate that in a different presentation, in a different playlist that I will prepare for the Linux system administration topics. However, for now, I will switch user into the root account and make changes in this file, because the root user is the system administrator in the Linux and Unix systems, can perform any action in the system, including this kind of operation where the root user will be allowed to even make changes in a read-only file. Okay, let's go ahead, people. I'll switch user into root, and before that, I'll just check my present working directory where this file is available. It is /home/frame/demo dir1, this directory. So I'll switch user into root. Then I'll type the password for the root account. And when I successfully switch user, oh, sorry, I think I typed wrong password. Yeah, I think this time it's okay. Yeah, perfect. I have successfully switched user into the root account, people. You can notice that from the command prompt itself, I am working with the root account now, and the command prompt is also ending with a pound symbol. Right, now let's go ahead and check the PWD, present working directory. It is /root directory. I want to navigate into this directory, people, where I created the file with the name demo vi.txt. Let's do that. cd/home/frame/demo vi.txt. Oh, sorry. I need to go into /home/frame/demo dir1. I'm sorry. In that directory, I have created the file demo vi.txt. I'm sorry, people. That's the correct directory. /home/frame/demo dir1, where I have created the file demo vi.txt, which is a read-only file according to file access permissions. Yeah, now let's check the PWD, people. After the cd command, it's always a good idea to run the PWD command and verify that we are working with the correct present working directory. Perfect. Looks good. The PWD command has reported /home/frame/demo dir1 as the present working directory. Now let's check this file is there. It should be there. Yeah, the file with the name demo vi.txt is available here in the present working directory. However, it is a read-only file. Now, I will make changes in this file as the root user, people. That will be allowed. Let's check. vi demo vi.txt. Now I press the enter key, and now the vi editor is already warning me, people, that I am about to edit a read-only file. Okay, it's already saying that the vi editor is already telling me that, hey, you are now about to edit a read-only file based on file access permissions. So please be careful with this. The reason is this, people. Many system configuration files are read-only based on file access permissions. So vi editor is cautioning me. Please be extremely careful when you make changes in this file. Alright, now let me use escape O. I open a blank line above the current line, and for a few moments, people, there was a message that was displayed. VI was telling me that I am making changes to a read-only file. There was a warning message that came up. Now let me anyway make changes, people, like this. Changes done by root user. I'll type like this. Okay? 2 lines I added. In the first line, I type the text like this. Second line, I'll keep it as a blank line. All right, people, I have done some changes here in this read-only file. Let me now save those changes and also exit. Escape colon. In this last line mode, I'm going to now type WQ. Let's check if this is going to help. It will not work, people, because when I use this command, the VI editor will strictly follow the file access permissions. Please have a careful look when I run this command. See, the VI editor is now telling me read-only option is set, meaning that the VI editor is finding that this file is a read-only file. So I should not make any changes. However, the VI editor is also giving me the hint that if I am very sure that I need to save these changes, I can force that operation with the help of the exclamation symbol or the factorial symbol. So by adding the exclamation symbol or the factorial symbol, I will override this warning and I will save the changes. Let's go ahead, people. Escape colon WQ exclamation. This time it will work, and the changes that I have done with the root user account in this file, they'll be saved. Let's go ahead. I'll run this command now, people. I'll press the enter key because in the last line mode, I already have typed the WQ exclamation command. Let me now press the enter key to run that command. And you can notice that the changes that I have done have been saved successfully, and I also have quit out of the VI editor and returned to the operating system command prompt. Now let's go ahead, people, here and verify. More demo vi.txt. So when I do this, I'll be able to check and verify that the changes that I did, the changes that I have done with the root user account, they are saved. Let's verify, people. I'll run this command. Yeah, you can notice that in the first 2 lines I have these. These are the changes that I have done as the root user. Alright, people, I'll terminate this more command by pressing Q. And in order to terminate the switch user session to root, I can use the exit command so that I will return to the regular user session. Alright, people. Right, now I return to the regular user frames session by terminating the switch user session to root with the help of the exit command from the operating system command prompt. Alright, people, I will now conclude this demonstration on the VI editor. Please subscribe to this channel and also share this channel if you find that this channel is useful to you in learning about Linux related topics. Thank you.